Good morning again. Today is September 19th, and we're in Galatians chapter 5. And here Paul says, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. Mark my words, I, Paul, tell you that if you let yourselves be circumcised, Christ will be of no value to you at all. Again, I declare to every man who lets himself be circumcised that he is obligated to obey the whole law." So, what's he talking about here? He's talking to Gentiles who are considering coming under Judaism before they continue with their Christianity. And Paul is just telling them, you don't have to go about that. That's the wrong way to look at Judaism, and that's the wrong way to look at God's plan of salvation for Gentiles. And so he's telling them basically that it is not going to be at all beneficial for them to come back under the law of Judaism, that's not what God intends for them. And so that would be a legalistic kind of understanding for them. They would be looking towards obedience to the law as their form of salvation. Paul, on the other hand, is not telling them that this is what antinomianism means now for them. Antinomianism means that we can just completely get away with all forms of obedience or adherence to the principles of the law. And so he's not saying to these Gentiles that obedience is no longer a part of the Christian walk, that Jesus does expect us to live in obedience to him. Jesus himself said, "If you love me, you will keep my commandments." And so there is an expectation or requirement for obedience in the Christian life, but it comes from the heart and it works its way outside. And it doesn't involve becoming Jewish in order then to become part of the people of God. And so really he's talking directly to Gentiles here who are considering entering into Judaism before they enter into Christianity. And he says that's not the plan of God for you. And so it comes out a little bit confusing as we're reading it. But that is what I think Paul means by all of this. He's addressing a particular kind of people who are considering something that they shouldn't. And actually, this isn't completely beyond the realm of possibility for us. I've come across several people within our church in the last 15 years who have thought that maybe they should go become more Jewish and follow all the traditions and the festivals and the laws of Judaism. And I think they have to come up with a good reading of Galatians to help understand exactly what Paul meant for them and for us in that. So it is still useful for us. It's not something that is beyond kind of our time and day or not applicable to us. It is something that still crops up, and people I think do still have a lot of questions about what is the Christian's relationship to Judaism and to the law of Moses, for instance. So Galatians is helpful in that setting. That's what we have for today.